Hello, welcome to this lecture video. So I am teacher Melay, and our topic is the continuation of our discussion and dimension reduction in diagnostics reliability test. So we have here the outline of all the tests under dimensions reductions and diagnostics or analysis. But in this video, our focus is reliability analysis, particularly using test-retest reliability. So in test-retest reliability, we are going to use correlation. So if you are quite confused when to use test-retest, so it's actually different from inter-rater or parallel forms because in test-retest, we use this if we are going to measure, for instance, a property that you expect to stay the same over time. So just like, for instance, IQ. So if the students took, for instance, the IQ test this month and then you again gave it on the other month, so you can actually check, or rather you can actually use test-retest. And then for the inter-rater reliability, so we use this if multiple researchers making observations or rating about the same topic. And the reliability, which is called parallel forms, is also used if the situation is using two different tests to measure the same thing. Okay, so as mentioned, the focus of this video is test-retest. So how to interpret the test-retest reliability coefficient? So as mentioned, we will just get the correlation coefficient and determine now what is the interpretation using this. So 1 means it's a perfect reliability and 0 is no reliability. So as you can see here, as much as possible, we have to obtain a score of 0.7 and above to have acceptable reliability. To perfect reliability if we reach 1. Okay, so what is the question that we are going to answer? So is there support for the test-retest reliability to the IQ test scores? So I already prepared a dummy data. So I prepared a dummy data here. So you have here the dummy data that shows an example of scores. So it's a dummy scores of IQ test and IQ retest. So we have 56 students. And if you are familiar with how to generate correlation, particularly Pearson-R correlation, then what we need to do is just to click Analyze. We have here, of course, correlation or correlate, and then bivariate. So Analyze, correlate, bivariate, and then let us transfer IQ and so these are the tests, IQ retest and IQ test in our variable box. So make sure that you tick here Pearson and click. Okay, so this is the result of the Pearson-R correlation. So to interpret this, so we have here the sample interpretation. So let us consider this. So we have a Pearson correlation was computed to assess the test-retest reliability of the IQ test score. The value of our Pearson-R is 0.999. This indicates that. So we will go back to our interpretation here that it means that it is an excellent reliability. So let us just place it in excellent reliability. So we have, of course, the value n is 56. So we can use this interpretation. A Pearson correlation was computed to assess the test-retest reliability of the IQ test scores. R 56 is equal to 0.999. So here we are actually not we're not concerned much with the p-value, whether it is significant or not significant, because if it is significant but the Pearson correlation is very low, still it is not considered as reliable. So what we are targeting here, or what we need, is the Pearson correlation. And in the case of our data, so we have here 0.999, which means that in our table, it is excellent reliability. Thank you for watching.